Good evening, YouTube. This is Kel 2012. This was supposed to be a video response to Bubba's last video on the Fort Benning flyer that was put up, but I couldn't get my webcam to link up with YouTube. So, anyway, this is for Bubba specifically, but everybody else can hear it too because it's very, very good information. Bubba's been doing his last few videos on talking to directly to police officers and law enforcement in general, as well as the FBI and so on. I got some information from a client of mine. If people have watched some of my previous videos, you know that I'm a hairstylist, and one of my clients who happened to come in today is a dispatcher, has been for many, many years, and her boyfriend was also in, who is a police officer. They've been together for like 16 years. And very nice people. But they gave me some information that when I got it, I just couldn't wait to get home and put it on YouTube, make a video for it. For one thing, you know, the police are really up in arms and really edgy right now because there's been a lot of police shootings lately. They've counted, you know, like 7 since Thanksgiving between Vegas and up in through central Washington, where we happen to live. One thing that they brought up, though, that they just got info on yesterday, which is really making the police on edge right now, is the fact that they're saying, or they're telling police officers, that there is a California Mexican gang that is working its way up into central Washington. And the initiation to get into this gang is to shoot a cop. Alright. So whether this is true or not is irrelevant. The fact is, they're telling, the police are being told by their higher-ups that that's what this gang does and is doing. So I don't know what's going on, but it sounds a whole lot to me like they're taking even the good cops and they're putting them on edge. Okay, so I can tell you right now, around here, there isn't a cop out here that's going to pull out a taser anymore. They're going to pull out their gun and they're going to shoot to kill. Okay, I'm not saying that they're going to do it intentionally or whatever, because I still believe there are good cops out there. I don't think all of them are bad by any stretch. But the bad ones, you know, do make it really hard on some of the good cops. And, you know, like these folks that I know, you know, they pretty much believe in what we're talking about too. You know, with the global government and, you know, our government going to dominate and take away the sovereignty of this country, they totally and completely believe it. But the fact of the matter is, these cops are now being told that, you know, at least on the East Coast, or excuse me, at least on the West Coast anyway, and that's all the way up, that there is a Mexican gang coming up, and the initiation is to shoot a cop. So, I don't know. Like I said, you know, when I talk to them, they're like, you know, the thing that scares them the most is you're not going to be seeing, you know, cops pulling out tasers or pepper spray anymore. Not if it's a plan like, you know, not if this is being told to these police officers. They are going to be on serious edge. So, just a little word to the wise on that one. Alright? Don't go pissing off any cops, because they're not going to play. And I'm not standing up for, you know, the bad cops by any stretch. But, you know, if you're walking around and you're a law enforcement officer and you get told that, you know, there's a mark on your head for getting into a, you know, for somebody to get into a gang, and there's a target on you. You know. And that's one thing that I respect about Bubba's videos, is the first thing he says is there's a lot of good cops out there, but there's some bad ones out there too. Well, this could very easily make a good cop into a bad cop in a lot of people's eyes. And I think that's what this whole thing is intended to do. Not only is every red-blooded American a terrorist, but now they're going to create situations to turn the police on the civilian population, just like this. Like I said, I don't know if it's true or not, but I haven't heard anything about Mexican gang, or Mexican gangs shooting cops down in California either. So, but maybe y'all can tell me different on that. I don't know. So, anyway, like I said, that's what they're being told, and this came straight from 2 police officers. Okay? So, this is Kel 2012. God bless, and be of the free mind.